everything seemed very vague. We didn't have a ton of details. And as the day went on, I was hoping to maybe get some clarity on a few things. Was there going to be an appeal? We now know there isn't. Was Shane Pinto betting on NHL games? When does the suspension kick in? Things like that. It's weird how vague the NHL's been about this whole thing, because we still don't know. They say they have no evidence Shane Pinto's gambled on NHL games. So then my question is, why did he get 41 games?
It's a great question, and it's a fair question to ask based on the lack of transparency from the NHL. And so here's what I know, and some of it you could have read yesterday on dailyfaceoff.com and on Twitter as we put some of this information out there. But the NHL routinely works with its betting partners and an integrity services firm, Sport Radar, that does a lot of this work for them, where they're sweeping databases of gambling accounts and activity. And what they do is they take all of the rosters and they take the player's name and also their legal name, and they run it through for potential matches on accounts. And I don't know how or why this ended up being flagged. I don't know any of the details, but sources say the investigation for the NHL started where they found some kind of connection to Shane Pinto with a third party, or what in the industry you'd call a proxy bettor.
Mm-hmm.
So Shane, I don't know if it was a friend, brother, cousin, uncle, grandmother, whoever it might be, there's some kind of connection that then had activity on it that raised red flags with the NHL. So can the NHL's statement, "we have no evidence that Shane Pinto bet on NHL games," be true? Yes, because you wouldn't have evidence that specifically Shane Pinto was betting on hockey. But I think the logical assumption that if there were red flags, and we know that NHL players are permitted to bet on the NBA and NFL and other sporting activity, that this account, however it's connected to Shane Pinto, had some sort of NHL betting activity on it that then necessitated this punishment.